come to the conclusion that a lot of people, maybe most people, don't know how to truly be happy. We live in a time when we are surrounded by people who are just, well, miserable. They move from tragedy to tragedy, they move from crisis to crisis, and if they don't have one to enjoy, they create their own. They are addicted to drama, and they just make their lives miserable. And happiness is not a word that I would use to describe a lot of people in our world today. And I think the major reason is most of us don't know how to actually be happy. We have bought the lie from our culture that happiness comes from having the right house, having the right car, having the right clothes, having the right spouse, making sure all your technology is up to date, that your bank account is bigger than your neighbor's, that your hobbies are fulfilling, that your life is full of pleasure. Nothing wrong with any of these things at all, except, well, your house will need to be repaired and your car will break down and your technology always needs to be updated or replaced, and your spouse will let you down, and a hobby can't fulfill you, and pleasure doesn't last. So all the things that our world has taught us are the things that make us happy. Well, they just don't last, and they just don't fulfill, and they're not satisfying. And so there has to be a better way. And fortunately for us who know Jesus, there is a better way. And the better way is to make peace with God. Peace with God is the foundation of a happy life. Making peace with God is what brings you into a place where you can enjoy happiness in every area of your life, regardless of what your house looks like, or your car looks like, or your spouse looks like, or how she or he treats you, or what kind of technology you have, or what your hobby is, or what kind of pleasure you partake in. Those things won't matter because you will have made peace with your Creator. And the truth is that it wasn't anything you did to make peace with God. In fact, you can't do anything to make peace with God. That's why He had to send His Son, Jesus. God wanted to make peace with you. God wanted to make a way for you to be with Him. So He sent His Son, Jesus. He sacrificed, He gave, so that you could be at peace with God. And then that son grew up and he became an incredible teacher, and he taught a powerful, powerful lesson that I think he would have titled How to Be Happy. We call it the Sermon on the Mount, but he starts with these bold, practical statements, how to be happy. We translate the word blessed. He used the word makarios, which means blissfully happy. Self-contained happiness. A happiness that doesn't depend on anything on the outside. It depends first on your peace with God, and then on the decisions that you make throughout your life. And then he says this, he brings it all back to peace. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 9, he says, "Happiest are those who are peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." Jesus brings it all back to peace with God. He says that your heavenly Father has made peace with you. It's why I'm here. When you make peace with other people, it brings you happiness, and it makes you more like your Heavenly Father. It makes you more like God to be a peacemaker. Do you know somebody who is a troublemaker or a pot stirrer? They are inherently unhappy people, and their goal is to make the people around them unhappy. Troublemakers and pot stirrers, they are so miserable in their life that they want to bring you down too. So one of the ways you protect your happiness is just make peace with the people around you. Don't be a pot stirrer. Don't be a troublemaker. Be somebody who follows the example of your Father, your Heavenly Father, and make peace with the people around you. Now, Paul would later go on to say that you might not be able to do that, but that you as a Jesus follower, you do everything you can to live at peace with everyone. Some people just won't live at peace with you, but your responsibility as a Jesus follower, your role in bringing happiness to your life is to do everything you can to be at peace with other people. And what you'll find is that you'll be at peace with yourself, you'll be at peace with God, and your happiness will grow, because happiness grows from making peace. So today, be a peacemaker and watch your happiness grow. Bye.